Tired of making resolutions every year only to watch them get pushed to the back burner? Dive into 2018 with realistic New Year's resolutions your business can actually keep all year long. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Danielle, Senior Content Specialist here at Designzillas. One of my favorite parts of Q4 at Designzillas is being able to tie a bow on all our efforts from the past year and then set some ambitious marketing goals for our team for the upcoming year. But if we're not careful, those goals can get buried under client work and easily slip away within the first couple of weeks of the new year. So how do we ensure that we're setting realistic yet challenging goals for yourself and for your business? Here are a few places to start. Tip number 1. Create SMART goals and ditch the dumb resolutions. Okay. So not all resolutions are dumb, but they are if you drop them, which often happens within the first couple of weeks of the new year. But why is it so hard for us to keep our resolutions? Well, I believe it's because of how they're structured. Most resolutions are designed to either give something up cold turkey or to take on something brand new, which can honestly be really intimidating. But that's where SMART goals come into play. So let's break down what this means. So in this instance, SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. So first, your goals should be specific. Right off the bat, you should know exactly what you want to accomplish. And with that, you'll be able to answer why these goals matter to your business, who will be involved in the process, when each piece will be completed, and more. So, for example, you might start by saying, my goal is to increase the number of visits to my website. And then from there, you'll be able to identify the remaining elements. Next, you'll want to make sure that your goals are measurable. This is where numbers are extremely helpful. Think about starting and ending numbers, percentage increases, etc. Here you might say, my goal is to increase the number of visits to my website by 70%, starting at 1,000 and ending at 1,700. After that, ensure that your goals are attainable. Look at historical benchmarks, current workload, upcoming projects, to determine whether or not these goals are actually within reach. Then, make sure your goals are relevant. There's no point in having goals unless they directly align with your overall business plan. And then the last part of SMART goals is making them timely. Set a date for achieving them. Something like, my goal is to increase the number of visits to my website by 70%, starting at 1,000 and ending at 1,700 by May 31st, 2018. Okay, so moving on to tip number 2. Plan for some buffer. So great, you've created SMART goals. Now it's time to throw a wrench in all that. What kind of wrench, you might ask? Well, a wrench I like to call life. The reality is life happens. No matter how much we try to plan, there are always things that come up and get in the way. Whether it's an out-of-state conference that spans over a couple of days, changes in personnel that require immediate attention, or any other sudden fires that need to be put out. It's crucial that we build in time to accommodate for all those things life puts on our plates. That way, if you're ahead of schedule, great. And if you're behind, you should still be on track. Okay, tip number 3, implement habits around your goals. The best way to ensure that you'll actually spend time on your goals is to create habits that help continually keep up with each effort. Some examples might be carving out 3 hours of do not disturb time on Friday afternoons to dedicate to these goals, or spending an hour every Monday morning to check for hurdles that might be in the way of achieving your goals. Once you're in the habit of it, it'll become part of your routine. Tip number 4, don't let new ideas derail your main goals. Keep your eye on the prize and don't let any new ideas cause disruptions in your overall plan. Whether it's the low-hanging fruit or the ones higher up, don't get distracted by the pretty leaves or the squirrels on the same tree that might try to distract you. And finally, tip number 5, treat yourself. One thing I think we often forget to do at work is celebrate our accomplishments. Much of the time it feels like since it's our jobs to get it done in the first place, we shouldn't have to do anything special to reward ourselves for progress made. But the reality is it motivates us to continue pushing ourselves. So don't forget to reward yourself and your team. Throw a pizza party after meeting a benchmark. Write thank you notes to your team. Treat everyone to coffee after a successful meeting. Reward your team after meeting a big milestone with something that will benefit everyone long term, such as a kegerator or a ping pong table. The possibilities are endless. And remember, they don't all have to cost money. So with all of that in mind, now you can start 2018 off on the right foot for your business using these helpful tips. Not just for setting goals, but also accomplishing goals for the upcoming year. Put these tips to the test and watch your team's motivation skyrocket, your company morale improve, and your ambitious goals get met. For more helpful tips from your friends at Designzillas, visit our blog at designzillas.com/blog, or stay tuned for the next ZillaCast episode coming your way soon. Thanks for watching and stay ferocious.